Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Pittsburgh Pirates vs Cincinnati Reds, Kansas City Royals vs St. Louis Cardinals, Washington Nationals vs Atlanta Braves, Miami Marlins vs Colorado Rockies, and Arizona Diamondbacks vs San Diego Padres, which are happening on Saturday, August 7, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Pittsburgh Pirates vs Cincinnati Reds. The Pirates have little left to play for at this point in the season. Rolling Keller out to the mound for Saturday's matchup should give Cincinnati a good shot at coming away with a win here. The Reds are still in the hunt for the final wild card spot in the NL, and Gutierrez is coming off of one of his best starts of the season. The Reds' right-hander has struggled at home, but should be able to turn things around as he gets more comfortable at Great American Ballpark. The Pirates are struggling at the moment and they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. They will try to turn things around with a win over the Reds, which will give them their second win in their last 5 games. Pittsburgh is averaging 3.67 runs per game. Their .236 batting average is 18th in the league. Their .308 on-base percentage is 22nd, while their .364 slugging percentage is 30th. Cincinnati will counter with emerging right-hander Vladimir Gutierrez for his 13th start of the season. The 25-year-old has held his own in his first taste of MLB action, posting a 6.3 overall record and 4.39 ERA in 12 starts. The Reds' right-hander has had some bumps in the road, but has pitched well, for the most part, allowing 2 earned runs or fewer 8 times this season. Gutierrez is fresh off of his longest start at the MLB level. He tossed 7 innings of 1-run ball against the New York Mets to push his personal winning streak to 3 games. My betting advice for that game is to pick Cincinnati Reds -1.5. Kansas City Royals vs St. Louis Cardinals. The Royals should offer some value to money line bettors in this spot. Kansas City has been one of the most inconsistent teams in baseball this season, but Keller has flashed signs of life over his last 5 starts. The Royals' right-hander has posted a 2.93 ERA while pitching into the 7th inning, or later 4 times during that span. Kim has also pitched well, but with the Cardinals starting to feel the weight of a disappointing season, I'll take my chances with the underdogs in this spot. In the 4-2 Game 1 loss to the Cardinals, the Royals scored both runs in the 6th inning and were blank the rest of the game. Ryan O'Hearn and Hunter Dozier each had an RBI in the losing effort. Salvador Perez .276 27 HR 68 RBI, leads KC in batting average, HR, and RBI, and over his last 7 games is only batting .208, but does have 2 HR and 3 RBI. Carlos Santana has 17 HR and 55 RBI, but does not have HR or RBI over his last 12 games. On the season, Kansas City is 19-36 on the road. The Cardinals are scheduled to counter with left-hander Kwang Hyun Kim for the 2nd game of their series against the Royals. The 33-year-old veteran comes in with a 6.6 overall record to go along with a 3.31 ERA in 18 starts. Kim will take the mound on Saturday in hopes of bouncing back from his worst outing of the season. Last time out, he surrendered a season-high 5 runs, including 4 home runs in just 2 T-frames versus the Cleveland Indians. The loss snapped a streak of 5 straight wins for the Cardinals southpaw, who posted a 0.90 ERA during that span. My betting advice for that game is to pick Kansas City Royals. Washington Nationals vs Atlanta Braves. Washington has seen things fall apart and dealt away most of their key contributors at the trade deadline, leaving their current team looking nothing like what we envisioned at the start of the year. The Nationals blew a pair of 9th-inning leads against the Phillies, turning probable wins into defeats in the blink of an eye. Atlanta took 3 straight from the Cardinals and have tightened up the NL East race as 3 teams entered Friday within 1.5 games of each other. Morton has pitched well of late, while Gray is still adjusting to pitching at the major league level. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves minus 1.5. Miami Marlins vs Colorado Rockies. Both teams have a little positive momentum heading into this series, but the fact remains that neither is anywhere remotely close to a playoff spot. That means we're going to see a lot of younger players getting a chance to try and make an impact while getting experience at the big league level. Luzardo earned the win in his Marlins debut, but he's been brutal on the road this season. The Marlins dealt away their best bats at the trade deadline as Adam Duvall and Starling Marte left town in separate deals. Meanwhile, Gomer has pitched brilliantly at home this season, and the Rockies kept some of their key personnel, like Story, who many thought would have been dealt. The Miami Marlins are having a rough season so far. They are in last place in the NL East and find themselves unable to score runs. They are top 5 in the league in runs allowed, only allowing 3.9 runs per game. Where the team is slacking, however, is scoring runs, as they are only averaging 3.9 runs per game. In order to score more runs, they will need to improve on their 7.8 hits per game total and .302 OBP. The best way to score more runs is to get on base, which the Marlins have to do better in. On the defensive side, they have been absolutely perfect and will trust Jesus Luzardo to keep it going in this game. Story, his 14th and 15th, homered twice, while Sam Hilliard added his 7th homer of the year in the game. Antonio Senzatella didn't factor in the decision as he allowed 4 runs on 7 hits, with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts over 4.2 innings. Tyler Kinney, 2-2, earned the win in relief despite allowing 1 run on 2 hits with no walks and 1 strikeout in 1/3 of an inning. Daniel Bard worked the 9th, striking out 1, for his 17th save. My betting advice for that game is to pick Colorado Rockies. Arizona Diamondbacks vs San Diego Padres. In 5 starts in July, Yu Darvish had a 7.36 ERA, and the Padres lost 4 of those games. The Diamondbacks have been horrible overall this year, and Widener is surely no ace, but he did pitch great against San Diego earlier this season, and he has been solid on the road, holding a 3.33 ERA in 6 starts. San Diego is clearly the better team, but they are without their best player due to Tatis's injury. The Diamondbacks are still in the cellar in terms as their 35-76 record remains the worst in the majors and has them 35 games behind San Francisco for first place in the West and 28 games back of the final NL wild card. The D-backs stole a game versus both the Dodgers and Giants before winning their series opener against the Padres Friday night. The Arizona Diamondbacks are dead last in the National League West with a Major League worst 34-76 record and have lost 41 of their 54 road games this season. Arizona is 24th in MLB, scoring 4.1 runs per game and 25th with a .233 batting average. Arizona's top offensive player was Eduardo Escobar, who had 22 home runs and 65 RBI in 98 games this year before being traded to the Milwaukee Brewers on July 28. My betting advice for that game is to pick Arizona Diamondbacks. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.